Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we want to keep focusing on generational wealth. If you remember, we talked about three aspects in terms of building that. The first one was real estate, the second one was life insurance, and the third one was investments. So today we're going to focus on investments. The number one thing you need to invest in, and get this, I bet you don't even know what it is. That's yourself. Yes, invest in yourself, guys. You probably thought I was going to talk about some stocks, mutual funds, bonds. We could dive into that, but no, number one is investing in yourself. And this is the reason why I say that, is because if you don't value who you are as an individual, you're never going to be able to get to that next level. So for me, what I try to do each and every day is work out. That's number one. Number two is mental capacity. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of times in my life with my kids, with my business, with my social media, with my investments, I'm only one person, so I have to take a step back. And a lot of times I do try to meditate, believe it or not. Yes, me, I meditate, guys, right? Number three for me would be spiritual. Even though I'm a very spiritual person, I'll keep it real with you guys, I don't go to church on a regular basis, but I pray every night. I thank God for what I have. I thank God for the struggles that I've went through in my life, but most importantly, I thank God for all the negative things that I've created into a positive thing. And what I mean by that is losing my wife. I have an amazing relationship with my dad, which I miss, but I didn't have mentors growing up. Guys, I did not have mentors growing up. I couldn't even tell you what a mentor was when I was 17 or 18 years old. Also pray to God to say thank you for allowing me to be strong enough to deal with the negativity that has transpired in my life over the years and making sure that I convert that negativity into something positive. I've always told my kids this, is that every time you have something negative, you can always pull something out positive behind it. As though when my youngest daughter, she was 17 years old when her mom passed away, and I used to always sit down and explain to her, you could have been 8 years old when your mom passed away. What I draw from that is that she understood what I was getting at, and that was the fact that she had her mom in her life for such a long period of time that it could have been a whole lot worse. The spiritual aspect is so important to me. It's almost at a point I tell people, you don't have to believe in what I believe in, but you got to believe in something. And as we get older in life, you get drawn into just different worlds, different negativities. It doesn't matter. It comes down to, what do you believe in? What's going to motivate you each and every day? And that's why I always say, make sure you surround yourself with somebody who's more smarter than you, who has sometimes more energy than you, who's going to hold you accountable. Because let's be real, guys, we hate to be held accountable, right? I'll be the first one to raise my hand. I'll look back and say, okay, do I really want to do this today? But I love to be held accountable, because it goes back to that background I had of being an athlete, where when we had track practice or football practice or basketball practice, I was held accountable. You know, I could dive into a story, and one story that probably stands out the most for me was that when I was 13 or 14 years old, I was trying out for a basketball all-star team, and my coach was the head coach of that basketball all-star team, and he told me point blank, I didn't pick you to try out because I didn't think you were going to make the team, but you could try out and see what happens. Not only did I try out and made the team, I actually started. I was a starting point guard for that team, and we traveled throughout the country to compete. And for me, I drew so much inspiration from that, because he made me feel like I didn't believe in myself. I was never going to let that happen. I was going to always believe in myself. So when I talk about investing, you have to invest in yourself. Now that we have that covered, if you remember what I said earlier, the three areas that I've always invested in, which was real estate, life insurance, and investments, right? So the part I haven't hit on hard enough was investments. So I've always learned from one of my mentors as I got older in life, was that you have to make sure you were diversified in your portfolio. So what I mean by that, I had the real estate, I had the cash value, whole life insurance policy, and the third thing was stocks, mutual funds. Those are the things that really took me to the next level. Because think about it this way, guys. What's happened in 2023 and 2022? More so 2023. The market, the real estate market, took a little dump, right? Took a little dive. The values went down. So as the values were going down in the real estate market because the interest rates were going up, guess what was happening in the stock market? It was actually kind of going up. Actually, it was doing more than going up. So for me, if it's the opposite way, if real estate is killing it and then you got the stock market is not killing it, you know that you're still making money on the real estate side. And if you flip it, other side would be the stock market is killing it, but then all of a sudden the real estate market is not killing it. So you have to be able to diversify. And what I did over the years is I bought some really good stocks. I bought Disney, I bought United, I bought Carnival Cruise Line, I bought Uber. I could go on and on and on. But the one thing I love the most is mutual funds. It's basically a pool of stocks that you invest in and you just let it grow over a period of time. Yes, when you do cash out that mutual fund or those stocks, when you sell them, you will be taxed on them based upon your tax bracket, your income bracket. But most importantly, you have to be diversified, guys. You have to get with a financial planner who's going to help you walk through your portfolio or help you build your portfolio to put you in the best financial situation to move forward as you get closer to retirement. You might not know how to get into that stocks and mutual funds, and the way I was able to do so was by buying my first real estate property. That's right. When I bought my first real estate property, I held on to it. I still have it till this day. So I used my first property to not only invest into the stock market, but also use that first property to leverage to allow me to buy multiple properties over a period of time. But like I always tell people, you got to be smart. You got to surround yourself with what? People that are smarter than you, right? Your first property, you need to look at it in terms of a rental, not your lifelong property that you're going to be there for 30 years. That first property, when I say rental, that property is going to be your first investment. And then you're moving on to your second, your third, and your fourth investment. So remember that first property that you're walking into, you're looking at it, you know you only stand in that bad boy no more than 1 year, 2 years at the most. And remember, you're buying it as owner occupied. Little money down, little closing costs, great interest rate. Always remember that. If you want more information, hit me up, message me, DM me, call me, text me. Let's do this. Thank you.